Before we jump into the episode today, I want to share something with you from my heart. First of all, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. I really can't tell you how much your support means to me. We've been doing the podcast now for almost 4 years. I can't even believe it. And I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you that listens, shares an episode with your friends, sends me a DM or a text message letting me know how an episode resonated with you or any aha moments. Seriously, I couldn't be more grateful to be able to create this podcast. It has been such a blessing in my life, and I love hearing the ways it's been able to provide value in yours as well. One thing you might not know is how much work it takes to be consistent with a podcast. In fact, did you know that the majority of podcasts don't make it past episode number 10? And we are well beyond that. And it's just a lot thinking of the episodes, recording them, editing them, managing the guests, making sure that everything runs smoothly and gets uploaded consistently and regularly. And so that's why I have created an amazing opportunity for you to support the podcast monetarily. And in exchange for that, you will get exclusive premium subscriber content. So for as little as $3 a month, you can become a premium subscriber of the podcast. And every month I will upload new voice-guided workouts and breathwork meditation audio for you. So that way you can work out with me, coaching you in your ears. You can also take a moment to reduce your stress and relax and come down and ground down with one of my breathwork audios. So if that is on your heart to support the podcast for as little as $3 a month to become a premium podcast subscriber, I can't tell you how much that means to me and the growth of this podcast. I appreciate you. If you're interested, click the link in the description, become a premium podcast subscriber, new content every month, and while supplies last, I'll send you an exclusive podcast coffee mug so you can have your self-love and sweat coffee every morning. I appreciate you. Now let's get into the show. Welcome to Self-Love and Sweat, the podcast, the place where you'll get inspired to live your life unapologetically, embrace your perfect imperfections, break down barriers, and do what sets your soul on fire. I'm your host, Lunden Souza. Hey friend, it's me, Lunden Souza, online lifestyle transformation coach. I help people all over the world just like you who know they are meant for more, get their mind right and their body tight, and go from crazy busy to crazy happy. And hey, if it's our first time meeting, welcome. So happy to have you. And if you've been with us for a while, it's so great that you're here too. I'm really excited to share this episode of the Self-Love and Sweat podcast with you. What workout should I do today? That's the question we are tackling on this episode of the podcast. And actually, in order to answer this question and figure out what workout you should do today, I'm actually going to ask you 5 other questions that are going to help make this very clear. Okay, so it's not complicated, it's not confusing, they're not super tedious questions, but they are very valuable questions, and they will be able to help guide you to figure out which workout you should do today. So I get this question a lot, and it's kind of one of 2 ways. So people will ask me, hey, Lunden, I have this goal. Here's what I've been doing. Here's what, the progress I've been making, but now I want to switch things up. So which workout should I do today? This is what I've been thinking, right? So I get this question from people very strategically, with a genuine concern and like really trying to dig deeper and make progress there. And then I also get it, on the other side as well from people where they're like, yeah, I wanted to make time to work out this week. I woke up early, but I just didn't know what the heck to do. I just didn't know what workout I should do. So instead of just doing something, I just said, forget it. right? So 2 sides of this question. And either way, these 5 questions that I want you guys to ask yourself will really, really help you. Either way, okay? So whether you're really trying to be strategic and figure out what you should be doing, or on the other end, hey, no shame. If you feel like you've been making excuses and not doing your workouts just because, you're saying, oh, I just don't know what to do and I just don't really want to figure it out. Either way, these 5 questions are for you, okay? So the real magic and the real power to a great workout and a training plan is consistency, okay? So overall, I really don't care so much about what your workout plan is or your workout of the day is, as long as it's something that you can stick to and show up to on a regular basis with power and progress, okay? Even if working out isn't your favorite thing in the world, you still show up consistently, okay? That's going to be very, very important, right? And these 5 questions will make it super clear and simple for you to see which workout you should be leaning towards. All right, question number 1. What did I do yesterday? Okay, ask yourself this. What did I do yesterday, if anything? Okay, if you didn't do anything yesterday and your body's feeling pretty fresh, then you can really go for anything that you feel like. You can train whichever muscle group you want. If you want to do something more total body, if you want to do something more cardio, if you want to do something, more lower body focused or strength focused or whatever. So you want to ask yourself, what did I do yesterday? So unless you're training for a race or something in particular that calls for multiple days of the same discipline, then try to mix it up. Okay, so you're probably going to walk around and move your body in quite similar ways every single day. But when it comes to your workout, they should be different and challenge you in new ways, right? So if you're sitting and you're at an office or you're at your home office, sitting in a desk, and your only real movement is kind of sliding the chair around, getting up to use the restroom, maybe doing some tasks here and there, going to meetings, but very, very, just kind of routine movement, chill movement, you're not doing a heavy labor job, for example, then it's so great to use your workouts to work on strength, to work on, plyometric jumping exercises, balance and stability, working on moving your body in different planes of motion, rotational movements, stopping and turning directions, doing things that are going to challenge you in new ways and get your body moving in a different way than your body's used to, in its repetitive motion based on what your job is or your work or things like that. So you want to do something that's different. So if you did something yesterday that's lower body focused, then give your lower body a rest and do upper body or abs or maybe some cardio or maybe some swimming or some dancing where you're not doing too many, squats or lunges, not a super, leg intensive dancing workout, if that makes sense. But just think, okay, what did I do yesterday? If I didn't do anything, how do I want to move my body today? If I did something yesterday, what can I do differently? So I'm training different muscles in new ways, right? So what did I do yesterday? Ask yourself that, okay? Question number 2, what sounds like fun? Okay, you can't see me, but I'm doing air quotes with my fingers when I say fun. And I do this because everyone's idea of fun in a workout is different. So for example, I think that burpees of all kinds are really fun, and someone else might and probably does think I'm absolutely crazy, but do something that you're excited about. Okay. If it has music or no music that you like, if there's people there or people that are joining the workout or leading the workout, if you're doing something online or in a gym or whatever, do it, around people and with people that make you happy and give you an overall good feeling and vibe, whether it's a studio where you have an instructor or you're on YouTube doing videos. I put videos on my YouTube channel all the time, youtube.com/Lunden Souza, that you can try out with me as well. Hopefully that gives you a good feeling and good vibes and you like those workouts. But overall, what feels right for you. Okay. I don't have to explain anymore. What's fun. What gets you, excited about moving, even if it's a challenge, what really pushes your limits. And the thing is, if you don't, Go out and try new things to find out. If you really say, Lunden, I don't know what's fun, I don't really know what I like, that's because you haven't tried enough things. Okay, so number 2 question, ask yourself, what sounds like fun? Okay, what did I do yesterday? What could, challenge some different muscle groups? And then what sounds like fun? What do I feel like doing today? And ask yourself that, okay? Question number 3, how much time do I have? This is important, right? So whether you have 10 minutes or a full hour, you can fit in a really great workout, but you need to own and protect that time and execute. All right. So have you ever thought, I have 15 minutes. Let me squeeze in a workout right here at home. But then 5 of those minutes, you're maybe getting your workout clothes on, you're scrolling through your phone, looking out the window, getting distracted, and then trying to figure out where your other sock is to find the matching one or whatever. But if you only have, 10, 15, 20 minutes, you need to own that time. You need to put your blinders up. You need to focus on your workout and you need to eliminate distraction. Okay. So asking yourself, how much time do I have? It makes a big difference in which workout you choose to do, right? Depending on how much time you have. Number 4, what's sore? So this question's a little bit different than what you did yesterday because sometimes you'll do a workout, like you'll train your legs or maybe you'll do a bunch of push-ups or you'll do some uphill sprints or whatever, and you'll totally feel what's called DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, where you're not just sore the next day, but you're sore the day after that too. Okay. So if that happens, don't train those sore muscles just because you didn't train them yesterday. Okay. So give your muscles full time to recover. Usually, if you trained your legs on Monday, by Wednesday or so, that soreness should be dissipating, especially as you get stronger. Of course, if you're new to fitness and you've just started working out, sometimes you do a workout and you're like, oh my gosh, 3, 4, 5 days later, I can still feel it. But as your fitness grows, your recovery time will shrink as well. And so sometimes you might feel like, I planned on doing legs or arms or whatever today, and they're really sore still from that last workout. Okay, so don't choose a muscle group that's sore to train. Okay, maybe you did, legs on Monday, super hardcore, and it's Wednesday and you still feel your legs, they're a little bit tight. Okay, and maybe you want to go for a total body weight training workout. That's all good, but don't target a specific muscle group that's really sore from a previous workout. Okay, that's question number 4. And then question number 5, this is, I think, my favorite question because this really helps me break down barriers in my life and in my workouts. How can I use my workout to dig deeper and have a breakthrough or make progress in another area of my life? So, for example, the other day I went into my workout with the intention of, quote, pulling up to new levels and the unknown in my business and in my personal life. So I did a bunch of pulling exercises with cables and bands and dumbbells and a bar. And I had an awesome workout because my mind was really focused on that motivation, that mantra, that mindset, that vision, whatever you want to call it. And I was really on it. So I feel like if you don't know what workout you really want to do, you're not really sure what you're feeling, but you're like, I want to, kick some butt in this next meeting next week. So I'm going to, go on YouTube and look for a cardio kickboxing, turbo kickboxing video and just crush it and all the punches and kicks and all the things. Or I, gave you an example of is sometimes we're we're gripping, we're pulling up to new levels, and working the back muscles have been really powerful in my life when it comes to, having some deeper meaning in some of my workouts. Even push-ups or burpees, for example, are great because it's when you fall down or when you push, when you come down, push yourself back up, come back up out of that burpee. And there's a lot of ways that you can channel a deeper meaning in a way that you can have a breakthrough and make progress in other areas of your life. And that helps a lot as well, especially if I'm I just want to shake this out a little bit. I haven't done much in the last couple of days. What kind of workout will really help me shake that off? Or
sometimes it's dancing. Sometimes I'm like, I'm going to dance it out. I'm going to find every YouTube dance video that I can find. I'm going to dance it out. I'm going to shake it out because I'm feeling stiff. I'm just feeling a little rigid. I'm feeling a little bit like uncomfortable. And I just want to move my body and just kind of open up my hips and my arms and my heart and my head and just all the things that dancing provides for me. So those are 5 questions that you can ask yourself the next time you're like, I don't know which workout I should do. What workout should I do today? And those are, what did I do yesterday? What sounds like fun to me? How much time do I have to get in a workout? What's sore? And then also, how can I use my workout to dig deeper and have a breakthrough and make progress in other areas of my life? So go out, friends, have a really, really great workout. Don't be in your head too much, freaking out about, oh my gosh, am I doing the right workout? Is it the right muscle group? Is it the? Just make sure that you're doing your exercises properly, that you have quality form, okay? And that you just give yourself some credit for moving your body because you can. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Self-Love and Sweat, the podcast. Hey, do me a favor. Wherever you're listening to this podcast, give us a review. This really helps a lot. And share this with a friend. I'm only one person, and with your help, we can really spread the message of self-love and sweat and change more lives all around the world. I'm Lunden Souza, reminding you that you deserve a life full of passion, presence, and purpose, fueled by self-love and sweat. This podcast is a Hit Spot Austria production.